Have you ever had the thought of befriending an octopus, an eight-tentacled mollusk? Before watching this film, such an idea had never even occurred to me. All I knew about them is that they had 8 tentacles, could change color, and made great food. After watching this documentary and learning about these fascinating creatures, I feel a little guilty for having them for dinner in the past. My Octopus Teacher was truly an amazing documentary that had beautiful cinematography and creative and interesting perspectives on nature. But before I explain why I loved it, let me give you some background on the film. The documentary begins in False Bay near Cape Town, South Africa. Craig Foster is a free diver that loves to explore the underwater kelp forest in the bay. What surprised me the most was not only was he a free diver, which meant he had no oxygen tank, but he did not wear a wetsuit either. The bay is exposed to the Atlantic Ocean, which means the water is really, really cold. Foster had described his recent life as very stressful and hard for him, with balancing work and taking care of his family. He would use free diving as an escape from stress. He described the water as so cold it would take your breath away, but you would feel immense relaxation from getting acclimated to the water. During free diving, he would record and take absolutely beautiful pictures of the underwater scenery. The beautiful cinematography and pictures under the water was my favorite part of the film. While exploring underwater with his camera, he found a curious-looking creature which ended up being an octopus. He studies the octopus for the next year. It was interesting to watch all the different ways this creature had adapted to its environment. I remember one specific scene that surprised me when the octopus was attacked by a shark, and instead of trying to run away, it climbed onto the shark's back, where the shark couldn't reach it. After the shark gave up chasing the octopus, it slipped off and camouflaged itself in the coral. I had no idea before this film how smart these creatures actually are, and it was really cool to see Foster develop a relationship with the octopus. The octopus begins to follow and play with him, and eventually even lets him touch it. It was almost like a relationship you would have with a cat or a dog. I was really surprised at the depth of it. I'd say my biggest takeaway from this movie is how connected everything is. Not only was Foster studying and developing a relationship with the octopus, but the octopus was also studying and developing a relationship with Foster. The relationship was not one-sided, which was not something I thought could be possible with such a creature. It was amazing to see how the relationship developed over the year they were together and learn all these interesting quirks about the species. It was also really nice to know that his son encountered one of the octopus's offspring. I would highly recommend this film to anyone, especially if you're a fan of marine biology.